Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Software Testing. My name is Daniel Knott, you know it. Happy that you're here today. You have seen in the title, today I am talking about Canva and how Canva is doing software testing. If you have no idea what Canva is and what you can do with it, make sure to take a look at the interview that's going to happen in a few seconds with Amruta from Canva. She is a test engineer at Canva and she gives us a little insight into the work at Canva. So, enjoy the interview.
Yeah, hi Amruta. Thanks for being here today on my YouTube channel, and I'm pretty happy that you accepted my offer to be interviewed on my channel, as I said before, because I'm a big fan of Canva, and we come to Canva in a little bit later in this interview. But before, I would like to give you the stage. Please introduce yourself to the testing community. Who are you? What are you doing? And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Uh, I'm Amruta. I've been working in software testing for over a decade. I had a privilege of working with diverse domains, including finance, healthcare, and content graphic design company Canva. I chose testing because I'm naturally curious. I always ask why about everything. Besides work, I'm a big fan of CrossFit. So it's not just an exercise for me, it's like a meditation. I have recently been showing a keen interest in watching videos about furniture flipping while scrolling the social media. So I'm excited to be here on your YouTube channel, and I hope I share some helpful stuff with your viewers. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, CrossFit is also something that I have on my mind, on my list of doing sports. I'm a big sports fan as well, but I just need to find the time. It looks really exhausting, at least what I have seen. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So, thanks for your introduction. And then you mentioned Canva, and I saw you have a like little swag T-shirt on for the company that you're working for. And as I mentioned before, I'm a big fan of Canva, and I also use Canva for my thumbnails on the channel, and also for other graphics that I'm creating on it on a daily life, on a daily business for my work as well. And but maybe there are people out there that don't know what Canva is, and maybe you would like to give us a short overview of Canva, of the product, and that also some other people can know about the product.
Absolutely. Canva is an online visual communication platform, and you can use it to create a thumbnail, like you said, presentation, videos, documents, websites, and many more. And Canva simplifies the design process, enabling everyone to bring their creative ideas to the life effortlessly. Canva also actively gives back to community by providing resources, support, and opportunities those in need.
Mhm. Yeah, that I don't know when I was first find out about Canva that this product is available, because I remember the times when I was using like editing image editing software, and I was cutting out things, removing the background from the foreground and these kind of topics. And once I found out about Canva, that you just have to click a button and the product is doing for you magically, it's like, oh my God, this could have saved me weeks of time, in working with graphics. And that's really cool. And this is also something that is something that, yeah, comes to my testing mind, basically, is like, how are you doing this kind of topics? And maybe you would like to tell us a bit more about your development and testing process to learn more about how you do things. I mean, you mentioned so many products that you're doing, from graphics, video presentations, and more. I mean, this could be like a lot of people working on a product, right? If you would like to share
Yeah.
more details about that, would be nice.
Yeah. So Canva, like many other tech companies, follow the same well-structured software development and testing process. We begin with the well-known agile practice, sprint planning. So we start with the sprint planning. During this session, we focus more on communicating the latest priorities and planning for the whole sprint. One of the interesting aspect of our planning process or the sprint process is how we name them. So one of the theme recently we have used is different type of drinks and the favorite desserts of everybody. So it makes team really more engaging. Following the sprint planning, our team focuses on design documentation, which includes various approaches for user flow and provides essential code context. As a QA, we actively review those design documents and contribute our insights to it. The next steps involve implementation and code reviews. And at Canva, we use a left shift approach, meaning that QA engineers collaborate with every team members, including PMs, designers, developers, data analysts. This collaborative effort focus on identifying the risk and edge cases upfront to prevent the errors early in development process, rather than discovering bugs after the development is completed. We have other QA activities, including QA kickoffs, testing parties, and bug reviews. In summary, at Canva, we work together to create and test our products. We start early, we use automation, and stay ahead of potential issues to make sure our products work well.
Yeah, sounds like a great environment. I was just a side question that comes to my mind is like, can you tell us like what's the developer tester ratio in the team? You set up an agile development team of product people, designers, developers, and has each team is one software tester or more, or is this?
Each tester have multiple teams.
Okay.
So
wow.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
use the shift approach.
Mhm.
Whole team tests. It's not just
Perfect.
quality or QA and
Mhm.
assistance responsibility. Our
Mhm.
responsibility is to influence teams about the quality.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean that's perfect, right? I mean that's how it should be. That you don't have this like agile methodology workflow, but the testers have their silo and they have to test only. And that's basically what many people in the community also like advocating for, right? That the whole team is responsible for quality. And I mean, to be honest, you can feel it, you can see that Canva's product that it's working smoothly. I mean, I use it now for more than I think 2 years now, and I haven't had any issues. I mean, it was just working out of. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, that's the real thing. I mean, of course, there might be troubles and issues because we all know that no software is free of bugs, and you probably have you're smiling, you know, at least of some issues that might be out there, but that's normal. But I think you can already see it from the outside point of view that you're really curious in quality and that you care about quality, and that's really cool. And I think that's how every company should basically work, right? Should invest in quality, into quality thinking, and not only put the testers in that role, or even worse, just don't have testers at all. And yeah, developers can test. You know, we all know what's going to happen. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, thinking about your testing approach in Canva, like what are your challenges that you face on a daily basis, or the challenges that you had in the past, or something that you see at the moment? Can you tell us a bit more about that one?
Yeah. Canva is growing so quickly, and having many users worldwide comes with different and tough testing challenges. One of the big challenge is making sure our testing keeps up with the rapid growth and still meet the high quality standards. Canva serves a wide variety of users from all around the world. So the testing has to be really thorough to make sure that everyone has good experience across all the platforms. So that is kind of a main challenge when we do software testing at Canva.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine that these challenges are like time consuming, right? And also challenging in terms of coordination work and having multiple software testers, developers in the company working towards one goal is like one challenge itself, right? And that also brings me to one other question that I have in mind is basically like, how often do you release your software? Is it on web daily? Is it on apps also daily? Or can you share something about that?
We typically ship changes at least once a day. And there are few services which we do more frequently. So it's like depend upon the project to project, based on the project, basically how frequent the deployment is. It's totally on the projects, but we ship daily for all the others.
Nice. Okay. So then you have all the pipelines in place, the ICD and everything, and up and running for have like seamlessly product releases. Okay, yeah, that's also something that makes sense, of course, because otherwise you cannot react on those fast-paced changes, right? I mean, you have to rely on automation at some point. Also, another question that now brought to my attention is you mentioned that Canva is used across the globe with many customers. In different regions, different settings, languages, and all these kind of topics. And have you also worked yet already with some beta testing or crowdsourced testing approach to make use of the power of your customers, basically to ask them like, hey, you would like to be an early adopter, because there are always people like me and others out there like who would like to see the new cool stuff at the first glance. Are you using something like that?
Canva actually engaged in beta testing for its product. So often provided early access to new feature or updates to select group of users or customers who volunteered participation in beta testing. So beta testing.
Sorry.
Beta testing allowed Canva to gather valuable user feedback, identify potential bugs, make improvements before releasing to wider users. So yeah, in short, Canva does use the beta testing program.
Okay. And is this also a public beta channel that everybody, like for all of us that now watching the video or the interview, is it something that we can opt in for, or is Canva like handpicking the users?
I think we have a selected group of people.
Okay. Okay. So once you have a public beta channel, let me know. I'm happy to be part of it. Yeah. Okay. And coming back to your basically role as a software tester within Canva, within a team, and can you tell us a bit more like what's a typical day in your life as a software tester at Canva, or is there a typical day? I mean, when I think back on my days when I'm working in an agile development team, there was no single day like the other day, right? There was always something to adapt and change to it. But maybe you can share some insights as well.
Sure thing. It's an interesting question because, as you said, it's not a same day all the time. So it's not a typical day, but it's kind of mostly what I do. I'll just start giving the flow. So first of all, if I'm in office, I start my day with an amazing breakfast freshly made by our chefs in office. So yes, we do have food, cafeteria and chefs in our office. So it's amazing to go there, eat properly, and then go to work. It really gets my creative juices flowing. Then as a team, we have a daily stand-up where we share what we're going to do today, what we did yesterday, and is there any blockers which should be focusing on or something like that. And then after stand-ups, I actually go to our project communication channel. So there we have all the communications. So I have to go through all of them to keep it up to date to all the progress we have been doing. And then I prepare. We have a QA kickoff, as like I said before, we have a QA kickoff for all the projects. So I either prepare for QA kickoff or conduct a QA kickoffs, and it's kind of a very integral part of our testing process. Then I engage on various QA activities, which I don't do them daily. Instead, I perform these activities based on project needs. This task includes QA metrics, a dashboard review, creating testing strategies, working on automating critical flows, and having or organize a testing party. So testing party is like a event where whole team comes together and test together as a team. So
nice. I like that as well. I've done it as myself. So we call them test sessions. I mean, testing party sounds more nice, more awesome. But I think that's a really cool thing to do within a team or within the company, because you get so many different point of views and angles when you test the product and before go live of of a of a new version. Sorry for that. Okay, you already mentioned like that you work on test strategies and also test scripts and test automation. And can you explain a bit more like your test automation approach at Canva and how you automate things? Maybe you can also share, if you can share, the tools that you're using for automation. I think that's also being of interest for all of us.
Yeah. So Canva has a mono repo. So we have a repo, and we used a shared test framework for entire company, which works really great for us. And we have automated different types of test cases, from unit testing to integration testing to visual testing. And we do use latest technologies to make sure that everything is running smoothly and there is no flakiness in the test cases. Our framework is fully integrated with CI/CD pipeline. So whenever there is a commit, it runs automatically. And we continuously increase our test automation coverage and try to reduce the flakiness and ensuring we have high software quality.
Okay, yeah, sounds like a solid approach. And I think you mentioned before, like you have this whole team mindset of quality. I bet then also the developers writing and supporting the test automation, right? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, it doesn't make sense to have this holistic view of quality of things. Okay, and you also one thing that I've seen lately in Canva product is the AI capabilities that you, as a company or as a product, have been integrated. And sorry, my voice is going down today. I love AI. Maybe you have seen some of the videos I have created on my channel lately. Are you also involved in AI testing? And can you tell us a bit more about like how to test this AI?
Yeah, I'll try to share some helpful stuff for your review. A testing AI feature comes with its own set of challenges because mainly the AI sometimes give results which is unpredictable and hard to predict. We focus on making sure that these results are of good quality, and we pay very close attention to ethical concerns, and making sure that AI behaves fairly and without any biases. And we have a number of safeguards in place to make sure that there is a sensible use of it. Getting feedback from user is a big part of what we do. We want to know how people feel about it and if that AI feature is really helping them or not.
I mean, it's something new for AI, and I'm also always asking myself, like, hey, how to predict an AI to give the correct results and for stopping in giving the wrong answers. Or, you know, we all have seen it using ChatGPT and others out there. It's like you ask questions and you get like, no, that's a complete lie, you know, what the AI is doing for it. And I think that is a big challenge. And yeah, I'm really curious in this tech. So I love to have some hands-on testing experience myself at some point in time. And but you mentioned also one interesting thing that that I'm remembering when I was like in a hands-on tester in an agile team is user feedback. Right? I mean that's really key to have. And is it also in your case, at Canva's case, that the whole team has access to that feedback? Is it shared within the company? Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah.
User feedback, as I said, is really, really important for us. So we do have a separate sessions for sharing all user feedback, which gives more insight to whole team.
Yeah, that's how it should be, right? I mean, I've seen companies they got the feedback, but they were never sharing it with development teams. Like, why are you not sharing it? No, because they think it's not interesting. That's the most powerful source of truth that you can have as a development team in order to improve things, right? And Yeah, that's great to see that you're doing it. Okay, looking at the time, we're already like long in the interview, and I have one final question, and is like, do you remember one of the I don't know, funniest bug, or the one bug that sticks to your mind, to your heart, um, related to Canva, or maybe to your previous experience? Because I think that's always interesting to hear your or the answer from the community on that topic.
Uh, I could share one when I was working in financial institute. We had a really funny bug related to credit card systems. When people try to set their secret PIN
Mhm.
numbers, the software was allowed to use emojis.
Okay.
Imagine remembering your PIN as a smiley sequence of smileys or thumbs up. It's really hard. So it turned out to be setting a pin is kind of an emoji puzzle. So
Mhm.
that really hilarious I can think of, and that's
Yeah.
really stick to my mind.
Okay. I can imagine. I mean, that would be actually something really cool to have the 3-digit secret as an emoji on your credit card would also be fun. Yeah, but can be challenging in putting into the keyboard if you have a smiley with a, I don't know, little tiny change in the smile, you know, you're wrong and you're out. You crashed your
Remembering
credit
smile
card basically.
is not hard.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the interview, Amruta. That was really interesting to hear how Canva is doing software testing, and I'm pretty happy to hear actually that you're like really invest in quality, and that the company has understood the quality that is important for us as customers. And I mean, I can see it, I can feel it, and I'm really happy, and I hope it remains like that, and that Canva remains such a cool product. And thank you again for your time to be with us today on the channel. If you have some final words, you can share them now. Maybe if you're on social media and you would like to highlight your work, or you're writing blogs, the stage is yours. You can give your answers now, and we can also share links later on in the video description for the people to follow you, to engage with you, to get in contact with you. So maybe you have some final words.
I'm thrilled to be joined here. I hope I shared some helpful stuff to your viewers. We do have a really good Canva engineering blog, so maybe we can share that in your description box. And yeah, I'll share my social media link, like LinkedIn or stuff. Any needed any help or about the quality or any guidance, please let me know. I'm happy to help.
Thank you. Yeah, we will add the links for sure. Okay, thank you for joining in today.
Thanks so much, Daniel.
I hope you enjoyed the interview with Amruta today about how Canva is doing software testing. As mentioned in the interview, I'm a big fan of Canva myself. I'm using it for my thumbnails, for other creative things I'm doing at my work, and also in my PowerPoint slides for conferences, for example, or in other slide deck. And yeah, I hope you liked the interview. Let me know in the comment if you have questions to Amruta or Canva. Take a look at the video description to find out the engineering blog of Canva and also the social media profile of Amruta to get in contact with her. Thanks again for coming by. Leave a like if you like it, a thumbs up if you like it. Leave a subscription as always to support me. And if you are working in a company and you would like to share your experience as a tester on a specific product, let me know. Write me a message. You will find everything in the video description to get in contact with me. I'm happy to hear your story. Thank you and bye-bye.